Welcome to This Explainer. Look, if you've ever found yourself hours deep into a social media scroll, promising yourself you'll start that big project tomorrow, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful mental tool that's designed to break that cycle for good. Let's get into it.
Here's a quote from the Stoic emperor, Marcus Aurelius. Does that just hit a little too close to home? That nagging feeling that you're letting precious, valuable time just slip through your fingers on things that don't really matter? Well, it turns out this isn't just a modern problem. It is a timeless human struggle.
You know, the real enemy of your goals, the actual root cause of procrastination, it's not laziness. It's something way more subtle. It's a powerful mental trap that gets almost all of us, what we can call the illusion of infinity.
We just operate under this quiet, unconscious assumption that we have an endless supply of tomorrows. And this illusion, well, it gives us permission to push all the important stuff, the hard work, the difficult conversations, the meaningful goals, off into the future. We believe our future self will just magically have more time, more energy, more motivation than we do right now.
So procrastination is basically a bet you're making against your own future. Your present self is working on this dangerous assumption of endless resources, while your future self, well, they're the ones left to deal with a shrinking reserve of your most valuable asset, your time. It's a really cruel form of self-deception when you think about it.
So how in the world do we break this cycle? The answer, interestingly enough, doesn't come from some new productivity app. It actually comes from the mind of one of history's most powerful leaders. Let's take a look at the really potent and kind of counterintuitive solution offered by this philosopher-emperor.
I mean, think about it. As the ruler of the entire Roman Empire, Marcus Aurelius faced unbelievable pressure. He just couldn't afford the luxury of putting things off. He totally understood this human tendency to delay, and so he developed a powerful mental framework to fight back against it.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. That sounds a little grim, right? But that's not the point at all. This isn't meant to be paralyzing. It's designed to be the ultimate motivator. That phrase, death stands at your elbow, it's just a stark, immediate reminder to snap you out of your complacency and right into the present moment.
And this brings us to the core concept, memento mori. It's a tool, and it's not a tool for creating fear. It's a tool for creating intense focus and clarity. By remembering that your time is finite, you're pretty much forced to confront what truly matters, right here, right now.
So what happens when we really truly let this sink in? When we shift our entire perspective from seeing time as this infinite ocean to seeing it as a finite, precious reserve? Well, everything changes.
The procrastinator's mindset, that's a gamble. You're just betting that the future is going to provide a better opportunity. But the Stoic's reality is a certainty. Now is the only time you actually have any control over. And that simple shift in perspective, it just ends that internal negotiation and creates an immediate call to action.
This awareness of finitude, it kind of automatically forces you to get your priorities straight. You just naturally start filtering out all the trivial stuff. That endless hunt for comfort and distraction gets replaced by a real drive for meaning and purpose. You stop being a passive consumer of life, and you become an active participant in it.
Okay, so this philosophy is powerful in theory, right? But how do we actually make it practical? How do we use it day to day? Let's walk through a daily exercise that turns this whole mindset into real action. The Roman philosopher Seneca once argued that we don't have a short life, we just waste a huge part of it. The Stoic response to that is to conduct an aggressive, really honest audit of your time. Now, this isn't about tracking every single minute. It's about evaluating the quality and the virtue of your actions.
All right, let's do a quick audit right now. Just think about your day so far. How much of your mental energy did you spend on things you could actually influence versus how much did you spend just stressing about things that are completely out of your control?
Next up, think about your character. How did you treat other people today? Did your actions actually reflect the kind of person you want to be? For the Stoics, virtuous action just meant acting with kindness, patience, and integrity. That was their highest goal.
And finally, here's the direct hit on procrastination. Be really honest with yourself. That one important thing you've been avoiding, was it for a legitimate reason, or were you just looking for comfort and trying to avoid fear? This little audit reveals the truth.
Now, what is absolutely fascinating is how this 2,000-year-old idea is maybe the perfect weapon against our biggest modern challenge, digital distraction.
Our modern attention economy is literally engineered to exploit that illusion of infinity. If you look at how we often spend our time, it's pretty clear that endless feeds and low-value distractions are designed to steal your most valuable, non-renewable asset. They thrive on that belief that you can always afford to waste just a little more time.
So memento mori becomes your ultimate filter. When you're faced with a choice, you run it through this one simple test. Is this a virtuous use of my limited time? Things like meaningful work, they clearly pass. But mindless scrolling and trivial distractions, they fail, and they fail spectacularly.
Here's how simple it is to actually apply this in the moment. When you feel the pull of a distraction, just pause. Ask that one powerful question: is this worthy of a piece of my life? And if the answer is no, the decision is already made. Discard it and immediately realign with what you know is actually important.
So the crucial point here is this. Memento mori isn't about morbidly dwelling on the end, not at all. It's about living with incredible intention. This awareness isn't a restriction, it's a liberation. It frees you from the trivial and aligns you with the truly meaningful.
And so that brings us right back to the same challenge Marcus Aurelius gave himself. This isn't just some rhetorical question. It turns this entire concept into your personal, immediate call to action. With the time you have, right now, what will you choose to be good for?